my name is CZ. Yeah, so I grew up in China, lived in Canada, Tokyo, US, Singapore, Shanghai over my career, and started finance in 2017, and got pretty lucky. The platform grew really quickly. It started as a crypto to crypto exchange. Now it's a ecosystem of things. It's also a fiat to crypto exchange. It's a spot exchange, futures exchange. It has we have the most downloaded crypto wallet. We have the most visited crypto information website, CoinMarketCap. We also have one of the most active NFT platforms. We just launched a fan token platform. We also support one of the most active blockchains in the space. So now it's an ecosystem of crypto platforms. Yeah. Yeah, I think to be honest, when you reach success, there's always multiple reasons. You got to do like almost 99 things right, and to fail, you only have to do one thing wrong. But I think it's very fundamental. You have products, you have service, and you have trust. And I think those are the three key pillars for Binance. On the product side, we do have a superior matching engine, user interface. We support more languages. We support 32 languages, including Arabic. We have customer support in Arabic. We support we're the first ones to have mobile phone apps, etc. On the server side, when we started, if you have the issue in price of moving, so we thought that was not so good. So we said maximum 1 day, ideally an hour. So then the industry followed. The industry has to follow. So we help to improve that. The most important thing, though, is we make many decisions to protect our users. We don't just say it. We make every decision we make. We say, okay, we need to put our users front and center. And running an exchange, there's every decision we make have financial implications. So, for example, in 2017, when the Chinese government issued a mandate to refund ICO projects that are below the ICO price, we facilitated 4 ICOs on our platform. And the project team doesn't have enough money to refund. We look at the gap was $6 million total. This is in September 2017. We only raised $15 million in July 2017. So like literally a month and a half ago. At that point, we were not profitable. We were like launching a platform, hiring people, spending money. So we have less than $15 million in our bank, or in our sort of wallet. And then that's the largest single spending we did. It took like a half an hour meeting. We said we're going to cover it. So we took our money, $6 million out of 14 something, so 40% of our cash reserves, covered the user losses, and did that. Nobody done that before, nobody done that after. But we make those hard decisions that we really show our value of protecting users. This is why we have the strong brand name. Users trust us with their money. So yeah, so I think all of those things are important. There's a fourth factor, which is luck. You have to be a little bit lucky. Of course. Sure. I think there's a few things. Number one is we want regulation. There's a lot of misconceptions about that, thinking that we don't want regulation. That's totally wrong. And also, given our large size in the industry, when regulators look at this space, they look at us. It's both positive and negative. Most of the warnings that's issued were consumer warnings saying that Binance is not licensed to operate in a certain country. That is true. But at the same time, that's probably true for every other single exchange. So very few exchanges are licensed to operate in very few countries. But when those warnings come out, it do create a lot of negative PR. But there's many benefits. Given our size, most regulators do communicate with us, and we want to communicate with them because now we can help shape the regulations, at least to the best extent we can, in this industry. At least we'll have a voice. Whether they go with our recommendations or not, or with our requests or not, I'm not sure. But at least we have a channel to give feedback. We think that's very positive. And I think we also think that the industry should be regulated now. I think right now crypto has less than 2% adoption globally. That 2% of the early adopters that are willing to deposit money onto a website that's running offshore, no license exchange, etc. Most people, the rest of the 98% people, most of them probably do feel more comfortable depositing money onto a licensed exchange by a government body or entity. And for centralized exchanges, you need centralized structures to get a license. And while many die-hard crypto fans, the early adopters, don't like fiat or etc., today most of the value is in fiat. In order to provide that bridge, we need to integrate with the traditional financial system, and having regulatory compliance allows us to do that, and allows us to access the other 98% of the markets. Thirdly, more selfishly, in a regulated markets, the large players remain. In the crypto space, in the exchange space specifically, there's a very long tail. Based on third-party industry research, we're somewhere around 70% of market share. Our own research put a smaller number on it because we use a larger data set. The second place is like 8%. Third place is like 4-3. But there's thousands or tens of thousands of exchanges and point-something%. In a regulated market, only a few larger players will remain, and it helps us with market share, etc. So we have a lot of advantages to gain from being regulated, and we want to work with regulators to build a very healthy industry. We also have our own frameworks for listing criteria, how we do listing, how we do wallet management, how we do customer support. We want to bake those into the regulatory framework, that we want to build a healthy industry and make the industry grow. So for us to go from, let's say, 70% market share to 80% market share, we only grow 10%. Whereas if the industry grows 10x, even if we lose some market share, we will grow like 5x or 7x. So we want regulations, and we work very closely with the regulators all around the world, and we have achieved some really amazing results. One specific instance is the UK FCA issued a warning on June 25th as a consumer warning saying we have no license to operate, which is true. By August 25th, they issued an update saying that the firm has complied with all the requirements. The update is boring to cover, so very few news media covered it. But for the people who understand, within exactly 2 months, we are able to. There was so much work we've done in that period. So at a high level, we do a number of things now. We hire a lot of ex-regulators to become our compliance teams. They come in, they understand. They can communicate in a language that the ex-colleagues understand. They have the trust of their ex-colleagues. When they say something, the ex-colleagues believe that. When I say something, sometimes people are a little bit skeptical from the traditional world. They think I'm a crypto guy. And then we are setting up a centralized structures, proper cap table, proper investors, proper board, proper governance structures, and proper office, proper headquarters, etc. So that the regulators find it much easier to work with us. We are taking a much more proactive compliance approach. So before we wait for the regulators to ask us questions, now we go to them and say, look, let us explain everything about us. This is our legal structure, this is our cap table, this is how we do KYC, AML, security, wallet management, customer support, listing processes, anything else you want to know. So we take that proactive approach, and people love that. Most regulators, we offer that. They feel that's not being arrogant, that's a learning opportunity for them to learn more about how the largest player operates in this space and how we become large. So we have a lot of opportunities to help shape it. Short term, we're also limiting quite a lot of our product offerings, like futures. We're limiting a lot of different countries that don't like it. Fine. Short term, it's a small hit. Will get us to the 98% market in the long term. And so we're doing a lot of things. We're doing a lot of real concrete action steps in this regard, and regulators actually do notice it. The mainstream media always do like to shed a little bit of a negative light on crypto. Like Bitcoin is still used by drug lords in most articles. So there's a little bit of skepticism by the sort of people who don't know crypto that well, but that's okay. We will take time to change. Sure. So I would say a few things. I would say getting in a very incremental way. So don't put all your savings into crypto right away. That's dangerous on a number of fronts. There's price volatility, there's security risk. You need to learn how to use wallets. You need to learn how to use exchanges. If you don't use your exchanges properly, if your computer gets a virus and the hackers on your computer all the time, then you're going to lose your money. So start with a small amount of money. Say $100, $1,000. Buy some crypto, buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum, buy some BNB. Transfer it. Understand how it works. Understand the benefits of it. Have a wallet. Understand how to back it up. Once you're comfortable with it, once you understand it and you still like it, then increase your investments gradually, step by step. There are a lot of security protocols to follow to secure your own cryptocurrencies. Even if you use an exchange, you have to do that. So you learn it over time. Don't go crazy, and understand your risk appetite. Start with something that if you lose it completely, you're okay with it. As you get more and more confident, more and more comfortable, you can increase that. But last message though is do try it. If you don't try this today, it's a huge risk not to try it. This is a new technology. This is the future. If you don't try it, you risk getting left behind in the old world. So not trying it is a huge risk as well. So trying small increments, that is usually my suggestion.